Jackie Chan, Dragonball Z, and Michael Jordan were some of the topics that Tiger Shroff and myself spoke about. Of course, we spoke about fitness, we spoke about mental fitness, we spoke about motivational figures in our life. Also, keep in mind that this entire podcast was recorded over a Zoom call, so the quality isn't like the other podcasts, and I apologize for that. But you know how lockdown scenes are as content creators, we're always trying to put out the best possible content for you. And I promise you that of all the episodes I've recorded, I felt like this guest was the most similar to me in terms of mindset. So you know that the motivation and inspiration is coming your way, courtesy of the Ranveer Show. Enjoy yourself with Tiger Shroff on TRS. Mr. Tiger Shroff.
What's up?
I love that poster behind you. It's a Dragon Ball Z poster.
My inspiration, I wake up. Oh my god, that's great.
I
Are
think
you a Dragon Ball fan or is this
100%, man. Like, I think every fitness junkie in this country has been inspired by Dragon Ball Z somewhere.
for sure?
So,
My getting there somehow.
yeah, what's your quarantine looking like? How are you taking care of the body?
I'm doing my best. I'm not as strict on my diet as I usually am because I'm not shooting or anything. But I am training because I'm addicted to training and some sort of activity. So I'm training pretty much all morning and evening, and that's it. And I rest during the day. That's it. That's
What
really
kind of training do you do? Do you do home workouts? Do you do free body stuff?
So luckily, I've got some equipment from my gym to my house,
Nice.
and I like to train with heavier resistance because my body weight is not much of a challenge for me.
Got it. What is your weight, dude?
My weight's about 82 kgs right now.
Okay. And you're like at 5'10", 5'11"?
I'm 5'10", yeah, 5'10" and a half.
Okay. Crazy, bro. Did you think that you will become that fitness idol when you were growing up watching Goku be your own fitness idol? Did you think that people be like looking at you and saying the same?
I just wanted to be as close to him as possible. A lot of the action that I do, a lot of the looks that I go for, I try to emulate that of Goku. But I can do just about everything except for fly.
Yeah, for sure. So, dude, like, what's your diet like now? I mean, we know you're training, like you're doing all resistance stuff. I'm sure you're going.
Like I said, I'm not very strict with my diet. Right now, if I have a huge sweet tooth, so if I'm craving an ice cream or a bar of chocolate, I probably just eat that. Those midnight cravings.
Nice.
Also, my sleep pattern's all wonky right now, so I could sleep at like 2 a.m. or I could sleep at like 10 p.m.
Like all of us. Dude, so like, when did like your fitness journey start? Because here's my first memory of you. Back when I was in school, I was in the neighboring school to yours. You were in American School of Bombay. I was in DAIS. And I remember this really buff, like 15-year-old kid walking up to my judo coach and saying, "Hey, so yeah, I'm doing this in my fitness regime." And then sir told me, "Oh yeah, that's Tiger. He's really serious about his fitness and all." That's my first memory of you in life.
Okay, cool.
So how old are you and how did your whole fitness game start?
So I've always been into sports and stuff like that. Uh, Earlier on in my, in like my around middle school, that's like 6th, 7th. I was around 12. Is that correct? 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
13, 14 years old, whatever. I was really skinny. Like I was a malnourished kid. But as an athlete, I was really good. I was really fast. And I was good at like football and basketball. But I used to get bullied and pushed around like crazy back in school. Everybody in my class was way bigger than me. So I figured, one summer I just started training and I came back the next summer like completely like jacked.
Yeah.
And people, what the hell happened? What are you taking steroids or something? How did you get that big and stuff like that? It's just like I just transformed over 2 months, and it's the initial 2 months that give you your those fast gains.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened to me, and I also hit a kind of a growth spurt around that year. So I got lucky, and then it sort of gave me an advantage in sports again.
Got it. Crazy, bro.
That's when I was 13, 14, you could say I've been training. weight training.
I saw this really interesting video of your dad actually, which is going viral on Facebook right now, where he's talking
I saw
about
that.
mental health. And I want to ask you, man, because you're so into like physical fitness, this is something I believe in strongly, that the real benefit of physical fitness is actually the mental fitness that comes out of it.
Oh, totally.
So considering the fact that you're in like a very high intensity career where, you know, there's like a lot of pressure on you and there are mental health issues and all, dude, how much of a role do you think your physical fitness has had on your mentality?
So I mean, I credit it all to my physical fitness, all my activities. You know, whenever I'm stressed, whenever I'm down, low on energy, you know, my day is not going too good, I can just hit the gym, or I can, you know, just do some kickboxing, or probably just put some music on and start dancing, and just that sort of just channelizes my energy, my wavelength into a very positive direction. You know, when you train, you just release these endorphins. I'm sure
100%.
you being into fitness and stuff, you also experience something like that.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
I think I credit every whatever little I've achieved in my career today. It's all because of, you know, my physical exercise, my fitness, my regime, and I think I'd be a gone case if it wasn't for that, man.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, also with quarantine, because everyone's getting that mental break from life. So like what's been your realization? You know, like for me, I felt like I was going too hard with my career and my fitness. So I just learned to take it a little bit easy and more balanced. So what was that for you?
What's been my realization? You
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
you know, luckily for me, I've seen success and failure pretty early on in my career. You know, my first two films being back-to-back successes, and my third and fourth film not working at the box office. So that sort of grounded me and sort of prepped me for, you know, all my future battles. And once you see both sides of the spectrum, it's really about walking on that line, on that fine line, and just treading either left or right.
Hmm.
Not giving too much, but at the same time not holding too much back.
Mm-hmm.
It's all you go with instinct. It's all about feeling, man.
Yeah, 100%. Goku had to die to like come back, dude, once.
Dude,
But
exactly, exactly. Have you
you
watched Dragon Ball Super, by the way?
I haven't, man. I'm much more of a Dragon Ball Z fan. Have you watched Dragon Ball Super?
I have.
Okay,
You should watch it.
I'll check it out.
Make your quarantine a little productive, man.
I'll check it out, dude. Dude, with like your early career, do you think that after you got that early success, did it like get to your head somewhere? I'm not saying you became arrogant or something, but did you take success for granted? Do you think that that failure kind of made you?
I'll be honest with you, I did. After with my first film, when it worked, I had no idea what box office was, and you know, it was sort of a big deal, the number we made back then. And then with my second film working, when it did the numbers it did, you know, I sort of gained a little, you know, I wouldn't say overconfidence, but confidence, and I sort of could walk around with my chest, you know,
Mm,
my chest out and stuff like that. Keeping that in mind, when my third film was about to release, I sort of prepped myself and talked myself into कि यार my मेरी दूसरी फिल्म 12 करोड़ ओपनिंग मारी थी.
mm,
That means I should at least get 15 crores opening on my third film, you know, because now I guess I'm a bigger star, or whatever you could
mm,
say. So that didn't happen really with me. Ulta, I got a slap across my face.
mm.
That was a wake up call, really, and I'm glad, you know, that I have no regrets as to whatever's happened in my journey thus far. You know, it sort of has keep me grounded, and whenever something gets to my head, whenever I feel that I've achieved a little something, I look at my father's journey and his struggle and his successes, and that sort of just puts me on the right track. You know, and just keeps me grounded, really. I mean, since you mentioned my dad just now, he's been like that, you know, throughout the year, and throughout the years. Sorry, he's been like that ever since, even before he started his films. He would talk to everyone the same way. He would behave the same way with everyone. You know, he wouldn't give anybody special treatment. or he wouldn't talk down on anybody who's perhaps lower than him, or you know uh, talk in a different manner to somebody who's in a higher stature than him. He's
Yeah.
just the same, and I think that's why he's got just so much goodwill,
Yeah.
and people have so many good things to say about it.
Yeah, I see that in you as well a lot, man. Like, I remember I met you at this Facebook event. You were just like really nice to everyone. So, that's it's not something you usually associate with like big Bollywood stars, but you were just like the same guy I felt I'd seen in American School of Bombay. Same dude, different timeline. Are you at peace in life right now with like your career, or do you want like a lot more? Like, what's your mental state?
I'll be honest, I'm not. That's because I keep very high goals and expectations for myself. The idols, yeah. I mean, this guy right here,
Oh, you know it, man.
But I have huge idols, man. I have huge aspirations, and it's really tough to meet that. So no matter what I've achieved, I feel like it's like a never-ending race for me.
Yeah,
And
100%. 100%. I feel that too, man. Like, that's one of the downsides of being into fitness and into DBZ. That you always in that rut of how can I level up on this? How can I level up
exactly, yeah, you said it. You said it, man.
on but in saying that, where do you want to take your career, man? Like what will make a 60-year-old Tiger Shroff happy?
Just knowing the fact that I've touched just about every kid in every country, in every part of the world, in every street, in every corner of the world. Every kid knows who Tiger Shroff is, and I want to make a difference to each one of their lives.
Got it, man. Like,
There's only a handful of people who have done that, worldwide, and who are household names worldwide in that sense. You know,
mm,
you talk about living legends, you talk about Jackie Chan, you talk about Stallone, uh,
mm,
the people who aren't here like Michael Jackson,
mm, 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 mm,
who've had such a big impact on us in some way or the other.
mm, mm, mm. 100%, dude. Like you're chasing legacy basically. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dude, so what do you do to like fuel that urge like right now? Like on a daily, I'm sure you work out somewhere that fuels it a bit. But when life is outside of quarantine, when normal life is on, what do you do to fuel it?
When normal life is on, well, I'm constantly at my craft, like I mentioned, Michael Jackson, like I mentioned, Jackie Chan, this guy over here. I'm constantly training, trying to get better at something or the other.
Hmm,
My motto is, as cool as it sounds, I'm trying to be a better version of myself
I feel it.
every day. I'm trying to beat the Tiger Shroff of yesterday.
Hmm,
And I want to always think, the competition I like to think is with myself, and I like to keep it that way, because if another Tiger Shroff came, in the industry, how do I better him? You know,
hmm, hmm, hmm.
whatever it is, how do I, probably do a better action than him, or something better than him.
Do you think your seniors in the industry look at you and say, "Yo, who's this kid?" Like,
Uh, I don't really know. Um, I know that. I've been lucky that I've gotten a lot of appreciation from them, and they've been kind enough to share that with me, and it's mutual, really. I think we're all very happy in our own spaces, and
hmm,
personally, in an industry which has so much competition,
hmm,
for me it was very essential to create my own identity and to sort of create my own niche.
right.
uh, so that being said, I think that's been my approach in my career, and I've been trying to do that all my life, and I think that's how that's what's worked for me, and people have sort of uh, can identify me with a certain genre. Some people might say it's typecasting.
Hmm.
Some people, call it an identity. I'd like to call it an identity. It gives me. I'm blessed that even if people typecast me as just an action hero, I love that because it sort of gives me a label, and people can relate to me and connect to me through my films, through what they like to see me do.
100%, dude. No, I think, I mean, again, I'm no one to say anything, but from an external perspective, dude, you're on the right track. I remember even I had a pretty bad year, and I recently met one of my mentors, and what he told me, I told him that this is going to be my MVP year. I'm going to kill it. And
Awesome.
all he told me was that, listen, no MVP decides that this will be his MVP year. All an MVP does is prep for the next game. So I think that's pretty much what you're doing as well.
Your mentor sounds really smart, I said.
Yeah, he is. He's my piccolo. Dude, with like Bollywood,
Yeah.
as intense as it is, with the whole competition vibe being intense as well. I don't want to go into like a relationship gossip tangent. I'm just asking you as a bro, like,
Yeah.
Does a good healthy relationship kind of help balance things out, balance the intensity out? Is that like a romantic relationship?
Does it balance it out?
Yeah.
Well, man, depends on who your partner is. It could get difficult if there is no understanding.
Got it.
It's a very consuming career that we're in.
Mm.
You've got to you either give it your all or you just don't be in it. There's no, you can't be half-assed about it.
Yeah, yeah.
A relationship, a healthy relationship, needs work. It needs time. You need to give each other that time. If you're an actor, it's very difficult to multitask. Very few actors can do that. Me personally, I'm not one of those. I'm very, very driven, very focused on my work, and if if I had a partner, she'd probably call me selfish or something like that, or obsessed with my work and not prioritizing me.
Right.
So,
dude, I honestly feel it's good to have an eye of the tiger mentality. And I know you probably agree with me on that.
man. I mean, I've been watching Jordan's documentary lately on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it, Last Dance. There we go. Yeah.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Just fired me up to another level, man.
Same, dude. That's been my big quarantine discovery. Like I was actually feeling demotivated, and you see, it's not even just Jordan. You see Pippin, you see Rodman, how they thought, and you're just like, this is what I need to be in life.
Yeah. It's so inspiring to see what these guys have put in, man.
Yeah, 100%.
The struggle, the work. It's just not an overnight success. I mean, the backstory is that's so inspiring and aspirational.
Yeah, 100%.
And that mentality. There's a shot of Jordan, just when Phil Jackson is talking and talking to him in practice, or I think it was a pre-game thing. Jordan, the way he's looking at Phil Jackson, like he doesn't want to miss out a single thing.
Yeah.
Third man perspective, it looks like he's just going to devour this man.
Yeah.
Talking with such intensity, man.
Yeah.
Wow, the focus, the intensity.
100%. Warriors relate to other warriors, dude. That's just what I feel.
Totally, man. Totally.
My last couple of questions on this mini podcast. Okay, so the second last one is, where do you draw your inspiration from? Like, I'm not talking about famous actors with big legacies. I'm not talking about a Stallone or Jackie Chan. People outside of the world of films. Is there someone who you look up to and say, okay, that's where I want to be in my own career? Sports or like whatever.
Yeah, definitely sports. I was actually thinking about 2-3 people right now. Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, you being into sports and stuff, you need to watch his documentary as well, Ronaldo.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah.
But something that really hit me about Ronaldo was forget him being having a really poor background and having pretty much nothing, and coming up to being this mega star with this multi-million-dollar brand of his, and not just the empire, not just the talent, the skill, the whole thing that he has got going for him. What really hit me in that documentary was his mother. She said that I didn't want to. Ronaldo was a mistake. I didn't want to have this baby. Can you imagine if Ronaldo didn't happen, if he wasn't born? He just broke down saying, I can't believe this mistake of mine has given me such a good life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Similarly, I want to give my family, my parents, so much in life, and I don't want them to ever feel short of anything. Whatever they want, I want that, going to them in that instant.
100%. No, I completely
I
understand.
want to work myself to that level where, you know, there's no looking back.
Yeah, yeah. Dude,
There's no,
that's why I think you're watching the Jordan documentaries. You're not drinking any alcohol. You're not smoking any drugs. You're just like locked in. Love that.
I'm obsessed, bro. I'm obsessed.
Love that, man. Completely relate. I'd put in LeBron James as someone who's like, in my heart. I
Sure.
don't know how into basketball you are, dude, but he's like,
LeBron's a physical specimen, man.
yeah, yeah,
Michael was physically gifted. He was athletic, but he's nowhere close to being as big as LeBron. LeBron's got the strength. He's got the size. He's got
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%.
He's got the brain as well now. He's got that experience.
Yeah.
And as he's aging, he's just getting better, which is a freak of nature, man.
100%. My vibe with LeBron is that he makes everyone around him better. So that's
Yeah.
a script that I'm living through. So I'm deep in a business, dude, and I
That's
feel
really-
like I enter office as the LeBron, and then like throwing balls to people for shots.
You're the point guard.
Yeah, something like that. And final question, like, dude, like, I'm not talking about what you're gonna do after quarantine, but after quarantine, how do you think you're going to evolve into like the next version of you? What's going to be the next thing you're going to add to your mind or your existence? Because knowing you, if you're a warrior, you keep trying to improve.
I want to give back to the planet. I want to do something for the environment in a big way.
Okay.
Fortunately and unfortunately, with the whole pandemic, at least the world, at least the planet is healing. With all that it went through. I mean, you look out your window, I can see all the way to Mud Island on one side and all the way to Queen's Necklace on the other side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the past 30 years that I've been on this earth, I've just never seen that side.
Yeah.
I mean, you look up in the night, you see stars, man.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm just blessed that the planet is healing. I'm feeling so good about that. Now it's all about finding a freaking vaccination.
Hopefully it'll happen. I mean, I don't know, dude. I think this is one of those things that we really can't control. So I'm just going with it now, even though I really want it to end.
So answering your question, yeah, I want to do something for the environment. Yeah.
I think you will, dude. Anyway, any last messages for a depressed kid out there who's probably, not going through a good phase during his quarantine?
Well, all I want to say is like, you guys can't just look at the negatives. First of all, we're all in this together. So you have no right to complain. I have no right to complain. It's all of us, who are in it together. So keep that in the back of your head. I mean, that's what helps me. I feel like if somebody out there was, playing football or going to the gym, and while I was here stuck at home, okay, fair enough. I'd be like, yo, man, why does he get to do that, not me? But the fact is that all of us are home fighting this together.
Yeah.
So think about that. Secondly, how can you be productive? Think about ways you can be productive from home. I'm writing every day. I'm not a writer, man. I mean, I'm not academically gifted at all. I'm just all drawn in physicality. But I'm exploring myself and unleashing things that I never knew I had. I'm writing poetry, man. I'm like, what the hell? How the hell did that come to me?
Yeah.
Write your thoughts down on a paper. Think about what you're gonna do as soon as this lockdown is over. Start planning from now. Plan your steps. Plan the next 10 years right now.
100%.
This is the ideal time to, like you said, go to the next level. Retrospect, introspect, and spend time with your loved ones, your family. I mean, once you get busy, you don't get this opportunity really.
100%.
Spend time with your family, your loved ones, the people around you who've made you, man. So don't really you know, hit yourself too hard during the situation. Don't get down or depressed. And go check out my dad's video that's going viral. I think that should really help out.
I second that. It was a really cool take on mental health, and that's I think what a lot of people feel, but nobody voices. That's what's cool about Jackie Shroff.
No filter, man.
Beautiful, Tiger Shroff. Thank you, brother. I hope you had fun.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Take care. Thanks.
See you guys.
See you.